G'day, everyone, and welcome to Baggers Unfiltered 26. I'm your host, Henry, and you are
Louis from the Perth Blue Baggers pod and Carlton Flaggers.
And today we're joined by one of the biggest passionate Carlton supporters that I know personally. Might have heard him on radio stations. Might have seen him in the famous Atush edit a couple of years ago. Players had to be there for the jumper, for the monogram. I'm happy enough to announce that we're joined by Snapper this evening. Snapper, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, mate. Appreciate the entrance, Louis, over in WA, mate. What are you, 3 hours behind?
Yep, it's not
Still
too
got
bad
sunshine?
timing for me.
Nah, it's great. It's great to be on, boys. Really, really appreciate and honoured to be on your first show. So yeah, it's a real privilege, and I really, really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the show.
No
Great to
problem
hear.
at all. We're happy to have you on. Welcome to episode 61, everyone. Can't believe we've actually got to 61. Like I say at every podcast, but we're closing in on a big milestone. Well, not really. We're still 39 episodes away, but going well. Excited for the year ahead. 4 days away by the time we're filming this. Today we're focusing on the game that we just had against Geelong, which we won. And the Walsh contract, the big game coming up this weekend against the Rat. Can't wait, mate. Let's get into it.
Yeah. So we'll start with Snapper. What did you make of the preseason matches against Brisbane and Geelong?
Well, look, I didn't really take too much from the Brisbane game. Look, there were some good things. I mean, considering that last quarter we did kick away. But that was more to dust the cobwebs off and just get that match simulation going. The big one for me was last week against Geelong. That was more your final dress rehearsal, right? Like the big dance is happening, and you need to practice your dancing one last time. And after this, you've got nothing else to do except for performing on the big stage. And look, they played well against Geelong. Geelong did come back at us, and I saw moments where I thought, we've gone back into our shells again. When Geelong did flex their muscle and clawed their way back, we really didn't have an answer to it. And I just thought, well, what have you been working on the preseason? Surely that has to be something that you've got to be working towards, that when clubs get a run on, you need to stop it, whether it be taking control of possession, slowing down the game, and then obviously in the last quarter, Geelong put the cue in the rack and we ran away with it. And I think a lot of supporters, a lot of the Carlton shows did take a joke out of it because you got to have a bit of a laugh, right? But I think from messages that I got shown from Carlton Cheer Squad and all this stuff, man, they're literally, delusional. Like, they're serious that they think that we actually beat a proper Geelong team. I mean, a proper Geelong team doesn't take Dangerfield out of the game in the last quarter, right?
Mm-hmm.
A proper team has a full functioning forward line. It's great we beat Geelong, and there was positives out of that game, like Sam Walsh, Jagger Smith, Pitternet played well, Cooper Lord played well, Elijah Hollands, Ollie Hollands. Our defence stood up well. Our forwards did well, especially Ainsworth. I know Haywood only played half a game, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, why this?" That? Well, you've got to manage some of these players, right? Like, you got a game on Thursday, but at the end of the day, they've had their last dress rehearsal. The skills were there. The skills were still good. They had improved dramatically from the Brisbane game, which is good to see. But now you've got to put all that training, all that skill work, ball work, use, or skill training and all that. You've got to put it all out now against the Swans, right? For me personally, I'm not going to be worried whether we win or lose against the Swans because I don't believe in opening round. It's sort of a bit of a joke. To me, it's what happens the following week against Richmond. Because as we know, last year, we lost to Richmond and all hell broke loose. So we could beat Sydney by 4 or 5 goals. Fantastic. We could lose to Sydney by 4 or 5 goals. Don't care. It's what happens the following week. To me, round 1, Carlton Richmond, that's when your season starts. This opening round, I don't like. Well, what's the point of playing? What is it? We're playing 2 games. We have a bye. Or sorry, we play 3 games in a row. We have a bye. Or whatever, or whichever way it is, 2 games in a row, have a bye. Like, well, what's that crap? For me, I don't really believe in it. I believe that round 1 is when you start your season. This opening round crap, I mean, we'd love to beat Sydney because of Charlie Curnow, but I'm not going to be disappointed if we lose. It's more the following week against Richmond. So, yeah, but in terms of preseason games, they did well. I mean, we did get scrutinised, right, in the media for our skill work. Cripper coming out having a bit of a joke. Adam Simpson trying to tell the members and the fans not to record.
Fucking hell.
I mean, that sort of shit there, like that sort of gets to me and I go, well, you know what, mate? At the end of the day, you've got the funds, you've got the money, you've got the capacity, you've got gates where you can simply shut out your members, shut out the media and have no one record. But when you open it for fans, don't you dare come out and say to your members, please, we don't want you to record. No, that the members are allowed to do whatever they want. If they want to record it and post it online, that's up to them. They can do that. Maybe fix up your skill errors. And I get it. Apparently they were training all day. But some of those stuff that you saw, I mean, that was just like,
great.
Quite inexcusable. Yeah.
Oh, mate, it was under 10 stuff, right? But they fixed it up. Yeah. They fixed it up in the preseason game. So, yeah, that was my take on the preseason game. They look good.
Yeah, I think my issue there as well is it was videos and photos. And my issue there is if you're going to host an open training and you're going there to meet players and get photos, like, isn't that the whole point?
Correct.
You go there, take a photo to meet players, and now you're not allowed to fucking do it.
Correct.
If they want to be secretive, don't do the match sim stuff then, I guess. But they probably should.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a really bad first impression from Adam Simpson. And it's in the past now. You can't do anything about it. We're still going to go there, and people are going to enjoy their time, hopefully. And nothing's going to change. She's not. That little word that he put out there isn't going to bother anyone. Like you see, heaps of content creators still go and film as much as they want. Who cares? Get on with your day.
I think the real issue is the rage bait content. So content creators have the opportunity to clip what they want, which will feed into negativity most commonly, because that's what gets the traction. And we know that ourselves as fellow content creators. So people are always going to feed off the negative opportunity. But essentially what happened here was that one content creator was My Blue Heaven, Bucky, did a whole series of training reports. He did speak about some positive things as well. But someone, Bears, working for Channel 7, clipped this one little part out of his report, and so it began the ominous signs and whatever. And I must say, I was taken aback by it initially too. And then slowly you start realizing, oh, hang on, there could be other things in play.
It was even when Kane Corns came out and said what he said, just about that 10-second clip, and then Cripps comes out and says that he's the 2-time Brownlow medalist that kicked it 3 rows back, and you didn't get a reaction from Kane after that. He shut his mouth, and I haven't seen him say anything since. Kane's an absolute dud. He's a I won't say that word, but because that's in the T's and C's. If Snapper knows what I mean, but uh, yeah, nah.
The thing is though, like for someone like myself who doesn't go to open training, so I don't go because of certain reasons. I'd love to go, but I don't go. As I said to Louis before we got on air, that people hate me still, and so I don't like to go there. And so then it gives me opportunity to see what the content creators like yourself, the Jumper Punch and all that post up. And I go, okay, so what was that training today? And I saw that footage and I thought, oh my God, and it wasn't just a 30-second footage. It was a good couple of minutes.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it was
wow,
rough.
that is rough. Like, I go, what? But then on the flip side, you saw images and videos of Jagger Smith and Sam Walsh, and you go, fuck, that's good. That's good, right? So you got to take the good, the bad, and the ugly. You got all three of them. We saw the bad, we saw the ugly, but then all of a sudden the good came through, and you go, that's what it's all about, right? This is what preseason is about. You're going to have all those three things, and you hope that by the time your last practice match is done, you've sorted it out. And they did. Like the Geelong game, some of the skill, like there was not many skill errors as what we saw in the Brisbane game. So, there's a lot of positives to come out of that. But if you want to have a closed training session, you can. We're not Collingwood, we're not Essendon, we're not Richmond or Hawthorn, where it's open to the public. You've got the facilities to shut it off. I mean, once you shut the gates, no one can see anything. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You can do it, but when you choose not to do it, expect the criticism. And if you don't want the criticism, well, this is the thing. And I'm sure Carlton listened to this show, as they do with all of them. If you don't want criticism, well, do the right thing. Have your skills 110%, or if not 110%, 100%, and you won't get criticism, right? Simple as that.
Exactly right.
Exactly right. So, yeah, but, we'll see what happens, eh? In 4 days' time. We'll see what happens.
It's a real telling sign in 4 days' time.
Exactly.
Yeah, because some of the 2025 issues were that our disposal efficiency, right? Ball efficiency going inside 50. We were ranking in the bottom 5 most of the year. I think we even finished 17th by the end of the year in inside 50 efficiency. If you can't convert your chances, you get plenty of territory, but if you can't convert your chances, then you're a wasteful footy side, and that's not going to win you games.
Correct.
Yeah, so I think that was one issue that we sort of have addressed in these 2 practice matches. It's early days. Let's see how, because I think it's quite interlinked with their mental fragility or capacity rate. Basically, they tense under pressure, and that can cause the bombing kicks. So let's see if they have developed a withstanding ability against pressure.
Yeah. All right. Well, what's our next topic, Louis? Or are we sort of still doing the Geelong game?
We should go into some of the stats on the players, I think, because there was quite a lot of notable performers, which was good to see. Let's bring up this. Okay, so obviously you got Jagger with the mammoth 37 disposals. How good was he? That really brightens up the mood going into the season.
100%. Who wants to really go first here? Because I know I'll have a fair bit to say. Most of us will have a fair bit to say about it. I mean, stats aren't everything, but it's good to see that people people obviously winning the ball. You can see who's doing good, who's doing shit. Am I going first here, Louis? I'm guessing
Yeah,
I
go
am
for
because I just started speaking. So, all right. Well, look, as you can see here, there's new names. If you look back on 2025, and then you look to this now, obviously there's new names. There's the number 7, Jagger Smith, with 37 touches, a couple of tackles, a goal. What caught my eye there was he actually played 80% time on ground. So the kid is a seriously elite talent. I really like Jagger. I mean, who doesn't? He's gonna be good this year if he can obviously stay injury free, stay healthy. He's gonna be elite. Another person that caught my eye, and he has over the last couple of weeks after just picking up a list spot, is Wade Dirksen. I think he could be on a flight to Sydney somehow, lads. I think he's shown enough for me. He looks like a miniature Weeders. He obviously hasn't got the same build as him, probably, nor the strength, but his want and his hunger for the footy is something that we've lacked over as long as I've been watching footy. Look, he's obviously, you can tell that he's really intrigued into the club. He got really emotional in that call to his mum when he got the list spot. So I think it's stuff like that that really brightens my day. Like you see a lot of people call their mum and they're like, "Yeah, I'm debuting." Because obviously it's really good, but this man's emotional. He's gone through a lot, and I think if we can put him in the team against Sydney, it'll mean more than anything to him. And you just know that he'll give 100%. Another person that caught my eye, he's not actually on here, but Campbell Chesser, from going from the 2 disposals to the 16 disposals, was really, really, really good. I thought he was good by foot, running up and down them wings. With the same with Ollie Hollands, he was everywhere. Same with Walsh, everywhere. Hewitt, his consistent self. Elijah Hollands, the game changer when he wants to be. You know, when he's fit, when he's off the medicines. Well, not the medicines, but the stuff that he went on. Cooper Lord, another shining talent, you know. Another one.
Yeah, good one. Keep going.
Mark Pitternet, mate. Oh, we're all over the joint. Another one who's really consistent.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, bro.
Henry.
Oh, good shit. I love it, Henry. Keep going, mate. Keep going.
It made me lose my train of thought. I can't fucking remember.
Oh,
I think I was up to Pitternet. Louis, go to the next picture if you have one.
Yes.
That's not the right one, Louis. Get the other one. One job. No, that's the same one. Medicines. I should have just said alcohol. Fuck no.
We won't try and feed into the same place.
Louis, right, mate, one job. Come on.
There you go.
Yeah, well, it'll do. Another one that catches the eye is Will Hayward. He only spent a half on the field. Do you guys have any thoughts on that, or do you think it's just a management thing?
Nah, just management.
Yeah. Yes.
I
think Burno just came in.
Had an absolute fucking stinker. He's had 2 stinkers in a row. Old Harry.
Harry Dean. Oh,
No,
oh
Harry
my God.
Mackay.
Oh, right.
So he is.
Nice.
Yeah, he looked really bad. Look, obviously he's going to have moments throughout the year where he's not going to be able to perform to what we want him to, or the standard that we want him to. Um, hopefully, this is just him getting the rust off, and we'll see him kicking a few goals against Sydney, getting himself involved. Hopefully, it's the same with Ashton Moyer, who's been a little bit quiet, but he's obviously hit the scoreboard. Brody Kemp, who was on the other one. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, look, Taylor Byrne just played a half. He had the 10 disposals, the tackle, the goal, the point. He's everywhere, mate. He's the blizzard. He's everywhere. I want him versus Nick Blakey in a race. I'm telling you, that kid's so quick. It's not even funny. Like he would gap the living shit out of me. He'd gap the living shit out of you, Louis. But Snapper, you'd beat him. Snapper would beat him in a race.
Maybe. I don't know. I think we've exhausted our laughter already.
What, by the medicines?
Give me the good medicine. I might be able to beat him. That photo that you've got up now of the stats, that second last column, is that tackles or marks? Tackles.
Yep.
Yeah. So tell me one thing that sticks out, and that's a big issue with this photo. There's one thing I can see it. It's so evident that it's a big problem.
The tackles.
Probably. To me, it'd be forward pressure, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So you look at this. You've got Mackay, Ainsworth, Haywood, Byrne, and Moyer and Fogarty, all forwards. Not one of them laid more than 3 tackles. Then you got Liam Reedy, who laid 7 as a ruckman. Now, it goes back to the same old bullshit. What have they been doing during the preseason? Can you go back to the other page, Louis? If you can, please. All right.
Yeah, it's that second last one now.
Forget about Jagger Smith. He's not there to tackle, right? He's there for ball use. Cripps, 8. Lord, 13. Elijah Hollands, he's there for ball use, so 3. George Hewitt, Walsh, 7 and 5. So you look at all those numbers, and the midfielders who are there to win the ball are getting their tackle numbers up. So why the fuck are small forwards doing it? And they're meant to be forward pressure. Zach Williams, he didn't. Frankie Evans, 4 tackles. So he's the only one.
Yeah, he's the only forward with over 3 tackles.
He can also play up the ground, Frankie Evans. So what have they been doing over the preseason with forward pressure? I mean, I can tell you right now, if you're not going to apply forward pressure to Sydney Thursday night, they're going to waltz out of our forward line and they're going to run through the midfield. And guess who's going to be at the other end waiting for the mark? Charlie Curnow, delivered on a fucking platter, mate, right in front. Right? The midfielders who get down and dirty are doing their work, and that's great. But our forwards, nothing. And then your ruckman has 7 tackles. I mean, seriously.
I guess that, yeah.
These are the stats that no one sees. These are the stats that no one talks about. Right? Because they go missing. As Dwayne Russell says, lost in the wash. So no one wants to talk about these things. But our forward pressure has not improved over the preseason. And that's a concern.
Yeah, that used to be one of our specialties, isn't it?
Absolutely, man.
Contest and pressure mentality.
Remember in 2023 when we turned things around? Our forward pressure, Corey Durden. You had Matt Owens.
Fogarty.
Forward pressure, bro.
Yeah, that's when Fog was in form. Yeah, You didn't have Williams that year, did you? What TD's
No.
probably injured.
So you ask yourself the question. We've gone now 23. You had 24-25 season. It was the same bullshit. Now we're into 2026 season, and we're back to the same old habits. There's no forward pressure, right? So that if you're going to be a competitive team, you've got to fix that up, and you can't rely on the midfielders to do it week in, week out. They're going to need a chop out because they can get you the ball. That's not an issue. We need to lock it in. That was our craft. But looking at those numbers, that is terrible. So but look at our defense numbers in terms of disposals. The defenders are doing a great work. They're good disposal numbers, albeit, yes, it was against a weak Geelong defense, but it doesn't matter. You can only play who's in front of you. But that's a stat that keep an eye out. Next Thursday night, when the game is being played, look at the stat, look at tackles, and just see it, and you go, fuck.
Pretty sure we lost. We lost the count. 15 to 10.
That's the big one, man. That's the big. And you can lose the tackle count, but it's when you go back to your own stats and you see who laid the tackles, and you go, okay, Cripps, Lord, Hewitt, Walsh, in and under players. Yep, that's fine. What about our small forwards? And then when you start seeing 1-1, 2, 1, 2, 3, with the odd 4, you go, well, forward pressure's not existing.
Sorry to interrupt you, Snapper, but is there, Louis, is there a, if you let's click on Cooper Lord. Actually, no, we can't because it's only a photo. But
screen.
Yeah, sorry. So if you go onto the AFL app.
Yeah, I'm on the AFL app now. What do you want to know about Cooper Lord?
I want to know if there's a way that you can look at pressure, pressure acts and all that sort of stuff. I want to see if that comes up.
Pressure acts 28.
That's decent.
28, right?
And then if you go to them forwards, I reckon if there is under 20, we're in trouble, real trouble.
So if we look at our forward line, so let's look at we'll go Fogarty because he's a mature aged.
That's
2 pressure acts. Well, he only played 34 minutes, but 2 pressure acts. Ashton Moyer played 76 minutes, had 5 pressure acts. Will Haywood only played 39 minutes and had 7 pressure acts.
No, there you go. That's elite. That's good. That's what you want.
So now if we went to Ainsworth, he played 88 minutes, 7 pressure acts.
Oh,
no. So these are the things, Taylor Byrne, he played 59 minutes, had 5 pressure acts. So these are the
Evans had 11.
Yep. Reedy had 12 pressure acts as a ruckman. Jagger Smith, you look at Jagger Smith, he only had 13.
Chester had 11.
Yep, but
what about Adam Sard? That's somewhat his job to apply a bit of pressure.
Yep.
8. Piss weak.
Nothing.
And it doesn't take much.
Piss weak, that man. It's really, really frustrating. Really frustrating footballer to watch sometimes.
So and that's the thing. So these are the numbers you got to look at. These are when they talk about pressure rating or pressure index during the game on Fox and all that, that's what they mean by it. And it's evident on the scoreboard. And I heard what you said about Mackay. He hasn't been good. Well, man, they kept passing it to him in the air, and he had a man in front of him. So if Geelong have a spare man in our back line, where is our spare man? It's 18 v 18. So where's our spare man? Why is he in front of Mackay, blocking his run to get to the ball? Comes down to coaching, bro. Comes down to the preseason, what you've been working on. And it's going to be evident against Sydney, man. If they're just going to bomb it to Harry and hope for the best and expect that Sydney's going to put a defender in front of him, well, you're kidding yourself. You need to have someone there at the drop of the ball. So when Harry goes for the mark, they're there waiting for it.
Yeah, very valid point.
Yeah.
I'm glad you made note of that. That's very,
Mate,
very good. Yeah,
Snapper
it does
switched on
put a
tonight.
damper in that game a
Pardon?
little bit there.
Snapper's switched on tonight.
Well,
He's-
mate, look,
he's
I'm
really
just getting ready, man. We're we wake up tomorrow and there's only 3 more sleeps until the game's here, and you want to make sure that you're covering all bases and making sure that this football club understands what's at stake this year.
Yep.
And we'll get onto that later. There's something I do want to mention, but we'll get onto that later.
Yeah, we should be keeping them accountable, and that's our job as content creators and commentators to make note of what we see. It's our point of view, of course, but we hope that you acknowledge it and see whether you agree or not. So I think that's a very, very good analysis there. Good job. So we had a look at all the stats of that game comprehensively, I reckon. Notable performance being probably Jagger, Sam Walsh, and probably the overall midfield. So that was a very good sign there. So they're the ones that are doing the work. And then, as we said, the forwards, while they might be good at crumbing and keep getting different avenues to score, they should tidy up their forward pressure, which has been integral to our 2020s team, let's say, in recent years. And you can't afford to drop that, but also take up other specialties too.
Louis, I reckon let's get into the Sam Walsh contract, because I was looking at a story from Snapper and I couldn't have said it better myself. You made a really good point on the Walsh contract. That 8 years might be too long. Snapper, I want you to take the floor here. Take us away.
Too long, mate. Fucking hell. What was it? 30 seconds, a minute into the Geelong game, and he grabs the lower left part of his back, sort of pointing there, rib section and all that. Let me put it this way. There'd be clauses in his contract that would protect the club and that would protect him. I don't agree with contracts longer than 4 years, and the fucking AFL need to come out and make it a rule that clubs cannot sign players longer than 4 years. It's max 4 years, right? If the player is not happy, well, bad luck. Okay. Now it's a big contract that he signed. He'd be over $1 million. I can guarantee you that he'd be over $1 million. A lot of it would be front-ended. Obviously, they probably look at him as the future leader and a captain for the club. But end of the day, it's if he gets hurt on Thursday night, touch wood, he doesn't. But if he does and he gets – because you're going to know that these players are going to know, okay, how do we take on Sam Walsh? Tackle him from behind. So if he hurts his back and gets injured, well, what happens then? Right? Members can be happy that we re-signed him. Yeah, it's great. Fantastic. No one's saying no. It's the length of the contract that's the problem here. I don't agree with it. I never have. I never will. I don't give a shit who it is. 4 years should be the maximum because it protects the player. It protects the club, most importantly. But, yeah, I was very, very angry when I heard that 8 years. I thought, well, what are you fucking doing? And like I said, yeah, it'll be front-ended. Most of his contract will be front-ended. We get that. But it's the risk of getting injured. You guys are probably too young to remember Kudafiti signed the first player to earn $1 million a year. He signed a 5-year deal worth $5 million. First of its kind in the AFL for that much money. He
Okay.
did his knee. Was never the same player, and the club hated him. That's why he was never at the club after retirement. Never there, never to be seen. Now he's back because things have been patched up, fixed up, but the club didn't want nothing to do with him. So are we, obviously times have changed now, but I just don't agree with it at all. Like, he's one injury away from career ending. It's the back we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're not talking about a popped shoulder, an AC. We're talking about the back, right? And from someone who's got back issues, I can tell you right now, mate, when you do have something go wrong with your back, it is fucking painful. So just imagine a footballer getting crunched in a tackle and they feel something in their back after having surgery on it once or twice.
Yeah.
It's not a good feeling, and the club can say whatever they want. I love what he has to say, though. I loved what he said last year about the boys, and about that you want to have players playing for the jumper and that want to be here. I love that's what I love about him. So he says all the right things. He does all the right things. It's just that the club, I think, got a bit too scared of Tasmania, and that's the big one here, Tasmania. That's the big one, because Tasmania, fuck, mate, they're hunting. Dacos, he'll leave Collingwood. He'll go. Wanganeen Miller, why do you think he signed such a short contract? Tasmania's coming, more money. He'll go. So by locking away Sam Welsh, he can't go to Tasmania now. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Do you think they also signed early, the club, or really wanted to sign early to avoid the sort of constant narrative throughout the season, which would take away from the footy focus?
Yeah, absolutely, Louis, absolutely, and that's we saw with Tom De Koning and Charlie Curnow about the whole thing. Not so much Jack Silvani, because that was up in the air. The thing that I know a lot of Carlton supporters that are looking forward to watching, and hopefully Carlton doing something to say to Charlie, fuck you, stick it up you, and this, that. But I'm more pissed off at Tom De Koning more than ever, because he knew that he was leaving. So I could understand why the club, not a club, but the club, has gone to sign Sam Welsh this early. So, like you said, does it take away the whole media talk? Yes, it does. So it eases the pressure of the club, eases the pressure on the player. Whereas last year, Tom De Koning, he started on the house on fire and he was not leaving. And then all of a sudden, the moment St Kilda entered the frame and offered him the big moolah, his performance went down the drain, bro. He was shit. He's not an A grade. He's not worth that money. And what Chris Fagan said was spot on. He's not worth that money, man. He's a B grader, bro.
Yeah.
He beats up on players like his brother. Look at Henry Clapp. Fucking oath, Henry, man. No one is willing to say it, man. He's a B grader. He got
That's the thing.
smashed.
He legitimately is. This is what I hear from everyone. And I hear it from everyone. He's going to be an A grader. He won't be an A grader. And the thing that you're saying right now is going to be. Which means, what is he right now? He's a fucking B grader. Someone say it.
He got smashed by Todd Goldstein when we played Essendon last year.
Bloody oath he did.
Got held up, bro. How the fuck do you get held up by a bloke who's on a walking frame? How? You know what I mean? How? He's not the best ruckman, bro. I've always said Pitternet is a better ruckman, because at least Pitternet is the best ruckman in the competition for hit out to advantage. And the stats have that backed up. Yep. All De Koning has is a leap and a good mark around the ground. Well, that doesn't win you games. So I can see why the club has gone to sign Walsh now, get it out of the way. The talk is done. I don't know who's out of contract this year out of our stars. But I think the next one I would try to be signing up is Jagger Smith. I don't know if they've extended his contract. If they haven't, I think that'll be one that they'll wanting to do.
Yeah, that'll happen pretty quickly.
Yeah, that'll happen pretty quickly. They'll probably give him another 3-4 years. But yeah, look, I'm happy with Walsh staying because he does represent Carlton and the way he speaks and he plays. But a contract length is just too much. That's my take on it.
Yeah, it's 100% all in, which is good to see. Yeah, let's see if I'm sure the money will talk.
He's sort of already touched base on the Sydney game, like a little bit. Do we want to do a little bit more, or are we like happy to go on to a different subject?
You should probably do a preview of the Sydney game.
Yeah, 100%. All right. There's the Vegas Unfiltered sign. How cool is that? So, obviously, this weekend it all starts. You play, preparing. I'm slurring my words today, guys. You're playing for premiership points. You're finally out there. All the work that you've done in the preseason, all of the bloody videos that people put online, all of that, you stick it right up their ass and you just say, I'm hoping at 10:30 that night, you just say, fuck off, Carlton are back.
No, that's certainly the hope, yeah. Yeah, I think that's just going to be something we'll ride the emotions when it transpires. I think we shouldn't try and get too cocky ahead of the game and even after it too, because it's so early in the season. There's another 23 home and away games after it probably. So, yeah, we need to keep level-headed as well.
100%.
If we do.
Look, I'd say me and you, Louis, we're not ones to talk about being level-headed, and Snapper as well. I'll chuck you in the combo as well. But look, I think, as Snapper said earlier on, if we lose this, it's not the end of the world. Because I know I've been saying this for years. The season, I don't like what's his bloke's name? Is it Andrew Dillon? The new CEO? I fucking hate what he's done. Like, you have your normal round 1, and then you have your round 13, where you have the bye, round 12, 13, 14, whatever team has the bye, and then you play through. That's just the way AFL is supposed to work. That's the way I've been brought up with it. That's the way I want it to stay. I don't want it to be, let's have an opening round with 6 fucking teams, and then let's give 6 teams the bye in the first 3 rounds, and then let's give another, 6 teams a bye in the round 12, 13, and 14. It just puts potholes in people's year. You have a week off where you could be in terrific bloody form. Well, the week's done. Next week, you fucking got 1 kick. Dylan, I don't know what you are, but you're a stupid piece of shit, and I hope you go to India and never come back.
Okay. What about the wildcard round too? It might actually benefit us coming into this year, but because I don't think we'll struggle to.
I'm only going to say this because, Louis, I'm only saying this because we're probably going to come around that position. I'm pretty happy with it just this year, but next year when we're actually hopefully flying, I'm just going to think it's a piece of shit, and it's just the most stupidest of dumbest rules that there could possibly be. And then I'll guarantee you in 5 years we'll have at least 3 rounds in India or somewhere where he's trying to grow the game like that Paco bloke, who, I don't know if Snapper's seen the screenshot from Boschek, but we did have a little bit of a go at that bloke, and cannot stand him. Growing the game in America by asking for, let's give free jumpers with the number 3 and the coaches and stuff. Like, Not the way to go about it at all.
Yeah, it's a bit sidetracked there, but yeah.
Yeah, I know it's sidetracked, but I've got a strong opinion on it, and it just came to mind.
This is the episode for strong opinions.
Sure is. Sure is.
I hope you enjoy.
Hopefully, exactly. Hopefully, you are enjoying this one because I actually know I'm enjoying this one. Snapper's given some really good insight. We've all been pretty good, and I want to send it straight back over to Snapper again. Look, Charlie Kerner this weekend. What are we thinking?
Don't be surprised if we get belted.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be surprised. Just get ready for it. And if it happens, just accept it and go, yep, whatever. Don't be surprised if Kerno kicks 5 or 6.
Well, we've certainly learnt to expect the unexpected throughout our Carlton supporting days.
We haven't won up there for a while. Kerno has never won at the SCG.
He never does.
I
can hate that guy.
So who knows? Maybe that curse might continue for them, for him, and which means for Sydney. But just for the Carl supporters that will be listening or watching it, just be mindful that the club had the choice to keep him, right? Chose not to. Chose to stick with the coach. And you just got to remember that if this season is a fail and the coach gets sacked and Kerno dominates, you can't be bitching and moaning and complaining about it, right? I understand no player is bigger than the club, but in all due respect, I would have rather got rid of Harry Mackay than Charlie Kerno, because what Charlie Kerno can do around the ground is absolutely insane. Mackay doesn't do that sort of stuff. He can't even keep his feet. Kerno's agile. He can run around, man. He can do whatever he wants. We've seen it. We've lived it. We've breathed it. We've eaten it. We've shitted it. We've done everything, right? But Thursday night, don't be surprised if they come out and they absolutely annihilate us and he has a big game. And also don't be surprised if we come out and just pull the rabbit out of the hat and beat them. It's a Carlton thing, right? Like, fucking expect the unexpected, right? But as I said, it's not what happens Thursday night. It's what happens Thursday week.
Okay, yeah.
That's the big one. That's when your army marches to the MCG round 1 against this young Tiger Cub. And that's the one that I will sit back and go, right, you know what I want from you bastards? I want you to fucking destroy Richmond. Rip the shit out of them. No mercy, bro. And just put it to the fans and go, we're sorry what happened last year. This is what's going to happen this year. Right? But, yeah, that's a whole nother story for next week. But, yeah, like the Sydney game, don't be surprised if they annihilate us, man, because Sydney are good. That midfield is good. That forward line is good. That defense is good. Yeah, they had a bad year last year. They made a run for it at the end when they got their players back. So, but they've got tall targets, and I don't know what the weather's going to be like in Sydney during the week. But, yeah, I mean, it could be disastrous or it could be marvellous.
Yeah, I can check the weather and see if there's anything of note. Thursday, sunny and 28.
Wow.
And
that's
Doesn't get much better than that. That's a day for it.
That's a Charlie Kerno special. Right? And just watch how they deliver the ball to him. I saw it. Like I saw one of their practice matches, the way they delivered it to him, right in front, up high, right in front. And he went to the highest point and he marked it comfortably. If that was us, we would have fucking kicked it to Mars and even further to fucking Uranus and gone, okay, now jump for it and get the mark. Whereas Sydney, they kicked it to him in front at the highest point. So no defender could get there. But as I said, with us, we put it on his fucking head and be like, yeah, get there, bro. You'll get there. You're Charlie Curnow. You're a tall target, right? That's the difference. And watch how they'll do it, man. It's gonna hurt, but it is what it is. Yeah, like we've got Ainsworth, where we got what's his name, Haywood. Watch Haywood, bro. I reckon Haywood 4-5 goal coming up for him.
I hope so. I hope you ripped
get to Sydney let him go on bad terms. He openly said that. He openly said that. They kept him in the dark.
Yeah.
So he would want to be trying to get back at them. So, but I've got us down for a big loss. I've got us down for about a 10-goal loss. But that's just being honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, right?
Yeah.
I'm an honest supporter. I'm an honest member. Have been, will always will be until I fucking die.
Yeah. I think I've tipped Sydney by 28 points.
They will demolish us. But for me, I don't give a shit. I'll be like, yeah, whatever, bro. And then it's my attention, as I've said all night tonight, my attention then turns to 7 days' time. That's when my ears perk up. That's when my eyes fucking open. And that's when I go, right, what have you bastards got for us now?
Yeah. It's going to be an intriguing contest.
It's going to be crazy, mate. Opening round, whatever you want to call it, round 0. Round I couldn't give a fuck. And we've got Sydney up in Sydney. And we don't play Sydney here again this year. Go figure.
Yeah. The limelight's going to be on us. Every man and his dog's going to be watching.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Every man, every dog, every cat, every animal in Australia, every species in Australia is tuning into that TV, mate. 7:30, mate. I don't know what goes on in Perth over there, about 10 hours behind everyone else. I mean, no one gives a fuck what happens in Perth anyway. But I reckon by the time the signal relays back to Perth, the game would be over anyway. So, but mate, and this is what I love about it. When people complain, oh, Carlton have prime time games. No, I love that shit because it puts us in the spotlight, right? Because it means either Friday morning the talk is about Carlton, or Saturday the game shows before the start of the Saturday games, the talk is about Carlton. And then when we play a Sunday against Melbourne, if we lose that or win that, depending on how it goes, then the talk on Monday is about Carlton.
And for the rest of the week.
Exactly. So I love this shit. I love the fact that we play primetime games because it puts pressure on the club, it puts pressure on the players, and the members vent their frustration on radio. I know people have already said, oh, Snapper's already getting stuck into Michael Voss. I will until he fucking leaves. And until he wins a premiership, I'll never forgive him and I'll never give him credit. That's just how it is, right? As I said to Louis, Henry, when you went to get water before we started, I said to Henry, these supporters that don't like what I say, they're the older generation. They're not getting any younger. They're not going to see a premiership.
Right. I've noticed that too.
So you young ones, you haven't seen a flag yet. So you're eager to see it, right? You want to see a premiership. Your Collingwood mates have seen one. And you're like, oh, fucking hell, they've seen one. I want to see one. But these older generations, they've seen flags, right? But don't they want to see one before they die?
Like that.
So you go, all this anger builds up because what we want is a flag. We want finals because for as As long as you play
Finals
finals,
football.
you have a chance.
And it's finals footy where we come alive as well. Like
Well, that's where,
we've
especially
got exactly. We've got the biggest fan base. I remember being at that. I don't know if any of you were there. I know Louis wasn't. Snappy, you might have been at that 2023 semi-final versus Melbourne. Fucking hell, that's the
ground
most I've ever
the
seen the
ground
Carlton
shook, man.
faithful.
The ground
So up there.
shook, mate. It was fucking hilarious. And you know what's funny? Like, you got those astronomers, whatever they fucking call them, those gurus that do the earthquake and vibrations and all that. And they go, oh, no, our system didn't pick up anything for that game, but the Collingwood grand final, it picked up. And I thought, yeah, pig's ass. Pig's ass,
exactly.
mate. When the siren went for Collingwood's grand final win in 23, the cameras didn't shake. When the siren went for Carlton's winning it, the camera was shaking.
I could see the camera shaking for a
So
while.
Don't sit there with your fucking science bullshit and tell me the ground didn't. I was there, mate, and the ground shook. It shook. I was deaf in the ears, bro. I couldn't hear anything. You know, our fans are the loudest. We're the passionate. The problem our fans have, and the problem our fans have is we love to eat our own, because you've got the ones who want to just accept whatever the club delivers, that deliver, and you got the ones like us who go, no, fuck this. We're sick of what you're delivering, and we deserve better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like in that edit, when you bust your balls to get your hard-earned money.
Absolutely, man. When you go there, you know, you pay for parking, you pay for tolls, you pay for fuel. You go there, you watch the game. By the time you get home, you got to get up at 3, 4 in the morning the next day. It all adds up, man. And people go, oh, you're not a real member. Yeah, kiss my ass.
Exactly.
I'm not a real member. Well, fuck. You know, like I love that term, bro. When people go, oh, you're not a real member. Well, so I just love to spend $800-900 a year on membership just for the sake of it, right? I just love doing that. I love doing that since I was 18, when I started paying for my own membership and my dad wasn't paying for membership anymore. I really enjoy that. For the last 20 years, I've blown thousands upon thousands of dollars. I mean, that's the mentality of these supporters we've got out there, man. Is, you know, and then you'll get the supporters, if we lose to Sydney, they'll be like, oh, fuck, we're shit, we're this, we're that. And they'll lose their minds, man. And it's like, what do you lose your mind for? It's just round one. It's round zero. Who cares about round zero? Get that out of the way. That's one interstate game you don't have to play anymore. That's one team that's challenging for the finals you don't have to play anymore. Yeah, but that's the type of members we have, man. We've got these members that, unfortunately, you know, they don't like negativity. They don't like, all they love is be positive. See the changes. No. The changes comes when we fucking win games. We're meant to win games. And then the change comes when you play a Collingwood who is old as fuck and you beat them for once. You don't let them run all over you. Teams like Hawthorn, you take it up to them. Brisbane, you take it up to them. Adelaide. We've got Adelaide gather round this year. Man, they've slaughtered us last time we played gather round in Adelaide. Remember that night? That night I was sitting there and I'm like, what am I watching? And guess what? It's going to happen again. Thursday night, Carlton, Adelaide Oval, opening gather round. So you want to be the club you want to be at, you got to start matching it with these good teams. And it all starts on Sunday night, but I just don't see it happening. I reckon Sydney are going to be up to the task. I think we're going to be too Curnow conscious. We're going to be all about Curnow. And the moment you start focusing yourself on Curnow, you start losing the game.
Yeah.
You know?
There's 22 other players.
I apologize if I rambled on a bit there, but I think it's about time that some of these supporters actually looked at we're in 2026. Tasmania's coming in, and you look at the teams down the bottom that are slowly creeping up to us and are going to catch up and they're going to overtake us. And I got told something just quickly. I got told something on Sunday lunch last week, Someone that I know was telling me about North Melbourne, the assistant coach we got from North Melbourne.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
forgot his
The
name.
midfield coach, whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was telling me that he asked him the question, how did you go from almost losing by 100 points in Good Friday to beating us at the MCG? And you know what his answer was? And it was so simple, right? It's a simple game, right? And he turned around and he goes, well, we went back and we watched the Good Friday game and we found one common denominator. We let your midfield do whatever they want. So when it came to that game at the MCG, we go, don't let their midfield do what they want and you win the game.
Yeah.
Bang. Just that's the explosion, bro. And it just an atomic bomb just dropped. And I'm like, that's how you shut Carlton, right? That's how you beat Carlton. You shut the midfield, you beat Carlton. Like just that in its own, I was like, what? Like it was that simple. They went from almost losing by 100 points to beating us by doing one thing, shut our midfield down. And he said in that last quarter, their players tired they were starting to feel fatigued. And that's when Carlton midfield got on top, which was true. But the game was one and done then. It was done and dusted by then. So clubs are going to look at that this year and go, well, how do you stop Carlton? How do you stop Sam Welsh, Jagger Smith, Patrick Cripps, George Hewitt? Easy. You stop them, stop their influence, you win the game. Done. So has Michael Voss got plan B and C? We'll find out. Sydney's midfield is strong. We'll see what if he doesn't have plan B or C come for Thursday night, if shit starts hitting the fan, well, it just means that the preseason, nothing was achieved. Exactly. I thought I'd add that when that conversation took place, and I heard what my mate told me when he spoke to this assistant coach. I forgot his name. And that one question, how did you change it? And it was a simple answer: stop your midfield. I was like, you're fucking kidding me. Like, it's basic shit, boys. It's basic shit.
100%.
And our club couldn't figure that out. So why don't you do it to other clubs? Right?
Well, yeah.
The Geelong practice game. Our midfield got on top. Second quarter, their midfield took control. What did we do? We couldn't stop it. Why? Max Holmes, do as you please. Why wouldn't you put someone on him?
Exactly right. I wouldn't even mind just a big body on him. Like,
bro,
that's where I look back. Yeah, exactly. That's where I look back and I go, like, that's when you look and you say, fuck, Matt Kennedy, can you, like, come back and pay you whatever the fuck we want? Just lock him down. Because that means he's got a big body and he'll just shut down anyone. And it's just really, really, really shit, and it's irritating as well.
Because I know who was the tagger we delisted in the off season?
Shane Cotter.
We don't have a fucking tagger in 2026. We don't.
We saw Lords do a little bit of work, but
Lord's just not that like. Yeah. He's just not that experienced. He's still a really young soul. You got Chink, who's at that mature age, and he'd be perfect for it. Like,
bro,
he was there. He was right there.
Cotter, man, because Chin Cotter hurt you on the rebound. He would kick a goal or two.
Yeah.
Remember, fucking when he put him on Zach Merritt. Zach Merritt had a shit game, and people go, "Oh, Chin Cotter, what a shit footballer." No, he's a tagger. Carazzo, tagger. Every club has a tagger. We don't have a tagger anymore. And you don't.
And you won't be able to dominate midfield if you can't lock down some of their
bingo.
opposition.
And you can't tag. Cripps can't tag. Hewitt can't tag. Lord can't tag. You don't want to put Elijah Hollands, who's your best kick, tagging. You can't put Zach Williams because he's too old. You can't put Jagger Smith and Sam Welsh because they're your ball users. So who's going to tag? No one. So what you're going to have to do is go toe-to-toe with these midfielders, and if they start tagging your midfielders, well, you're fucked. I should become a coach, boys. But no one wants to hire me as a coach. The game of football is so simple, right? Counter attack what your opposition is doing. If they're tagging you, go the opposite to them, right? Try to go, okay, well, you want to tag us? That's fine. Start switching things around. Move that forward, move that tag, move that play that's been tagged, a.k.a. Sam, we'll say Patrick Cripps. They want to tag Patrick Cripps? That's fine. Put him in the forward line. What's their tagging going to do then? Oh, where am I going to go? Fuck, I don't know how to play defense. Well, mind games. And I watch me. Well, I guarantee Patrick Cripps will play full forward for majority of the night on Thursday night against Sydney.
Maybe, yeah.
Yep, it has to, bro. You've got to be unpredictable. And when the going gets tough, you put him in the midfield. But it's about time these other players took control of the midfield because Cripps deserves a bit of a break. That's my take.
It's got to be Walsh's midfield now, doesn't it?
Absolutely,
when you sign an 8-year deal, it's when you say, all right, it's my midfield. Piss off to the forward line. I've got it under control. You have to say it. If you want to come out and say no bullshit mentality, that's what you say to the captain.
Your starting midfield Thursday night should be Pitternet in a ruck.
Yep.
Hewitt, Walsh, Jagger Smith.
Done. Simple.
Or I'll go one better. Pitternet in the ruck, Jagger Smith, Sam Walsh, Cooper Lord. The young lads. Get them in there. Get them in there. Be unpredictable. Be fucking bold.
100%.
Man.
That's a great philosophy.
I'm telling you, man. Sydney's not going to expect that, but you give it to them. And they go, where's George Hewitt? Where's Patrick Cripps? Where are they? Well, George Hewitt's on the wing, running in. Patrick Cripps in the forward line. And then as the game progresses in the first quarter, you fucking switch it. You put George Hewitt in the midfield with Patrick Cripps. It fucks with their heads, man. But can Voss do it? We will find out.
Yep.
I've asked a few people this snapper, and I want your opinion. Let's just make a myth. If Charlie Curnow was ruled out to play in the last hour, what would be your reaction? And let's just say it's management, and I'll give you the T's and C's. I'll let you say it if you want to.
Soft cock. There's another word. WC. You can figure that out.
Yeah. Weak something.
Yeah, weak something, mate. Weak cat.
There we go.
Yep.
We're on. And we're demonetized for the rest of the year.
It's wishful thinking, but it won't happen, bro. Trust me, man. He will be so eager to get. And the boys are like, oh, yeah, we've got some things lined up for Curnow. No, you don't fucking have anything lined up for Curnow. You worry about your own. And mind you, I'll be saying it on Wednesday on Dwayne Russell's program, or if whoever it is I ring up, or Thursday, whatever. You focus on your game. You don't banter with Curnow and get because it's going to fucking backfire on you.
It'll backfire awfully bloody quickly. We've seen that man kick 4 goals in a quarter and just annihilate a game wide open.
Bingo.
And that'll happen against us without a doubt if we have bloody. Yeah, I don't like the look of Curnow kicking 4 snags really, really quickly, but it can well and truly bloody happen.
Oh, fucking oath it can. So that's why you don't banter him. You let whoever's on him, Weeders or whoever, let them do the talking. But you know what? Shake his hand, focus on the game. Don't banter with him because if you start saying shit to him, you're not going to get into his head. His teammates are going to go, right, it's time to fucking put the foot down and let's show them what they're missing out on. And he'll kick 4 or 5 goals in a quarter and we'll be sitting back going. So, yeah.
Oh, no.
It's a heck of a lot to inspire. Jesus, it's going to be a fascinating one.
That is everything we have for episode 61. But finally, Snapper, do you have any questions for myself and Louis regarding literally anything in the universe.
Got no questions. All I got to say to you boys is keep doing what you're doing. All right. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And if you've got something to get off your chest, you say it. And if you get backlash for it, that's not your problem. Tell them kiss my ass. Because end of the day, your criticism of the football club is only beneficiary and only good for the football club. Because they listen to these shows, and I know they do. I've been told they do.
Mm.
All right. I got told by someone we all know that the football manager, Chris Davies, told him that they do, and they know who we are. He knows who I am. That's the thing, bro. When they know who Snapper is, well, that means you'll ring. You know, remember when I said go get Adam Simpson? What happened? We went and got Adam Simpson, right?
Mm.
Well, fuck, what do I know, bro? I've been calling that since last year. So they listen to these shows, bro. Shows that know, and we've got the best interest at heart for this football club.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. You know, don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. And if people want to disagree with you, well, that's their problem. And I think Henry's disappeared. I reckon he got abducted by the Carlton Football Club. They've taken him off there. I think that must be Adam Simpson because, he's not happy. You're lucky, Louis. You're 3 hours away, mate. They can't come and grab. Oh, he's back. Henry's back. What happened, mate?
No, I've got to go to school tomorrow, so might need to wrap it up.
Is Adam Simpson there watching you what you're doing, mate?
He is. He's literally in my bloody corner, just
that's the way.
You know, got his phone out and he's filming me. I don't feel comfortable.
You boys keep doing what you're doing. It's been great. We've had our fun and enjoy the ride because it could be a good one. It could be a bad one. It could be full of ups and downs. But all I know is we're a 9th to 12th position team. At the end of the day, you don't want to be finishing 7th or 8th because it's the same bullshit as finishing 9th and 10th. So, you know, but as I always say every year, I don't give a fuck where we finish. As long as we beat Collingwood twice, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Right, thanks, Snapper. Thanks for your time. You've been really, really good today. We obviously appreciate your time. We appreciate any guest's time. Time to wrap it up. Thanks for listening to episode 61 of Baggers Unfiltered. And we'll see you all in the next one. Go Blues.
Up the Baggers.